Hey guys, welcome back to the channel for another Marine Master 200 video. This makes it my 5th Marine Master 200 I've owned now. So I've gone through the two original, the black dial, black bezel, black dial, blue bezel, patty, the great blue hole, and now the green sunset, I believe it's been nicknamed. So I'm not going to spend too much time just because I've covered these. I'm a fan of these. A lot of information about them. I mean, for those that are kind of new to this watch, this is the SPB105, the Marine Master 200, 200 meter water resistant, 44 millimeter case, 13 millimeters thickness, 51 lug to lug. Powered by the 6R15 movement, which is about a 50-hour power reserve, and it runs about -15 plus 15 or 20, something like that. AR coating, sapphire underneath, so kind of all the typical specs that most are probably familiar with. And I have this one out here just to kind of compare the greens, because really what I want to show off is just kind of the color of this green, and it really is a really nice green. I like this color a lot. I just had the SPDC065, the blue hole, and that one was nice too. I mean, maybe a little overhyped in my opinion, but either way, it was a nice blue dial. I did enjoy it, but this green one definitely, I think, looks a little bit nicer. It's a nicer green than this. So this has that kind of an emerald green color to it, where it's got a little bit of maybe too much like a blue hue in it. I'm not sure all the official art lingo. And this one is more of like a neutral green, like a deeper forest green. So much prefer this kind of green over this one, but still like this one. And these are pretty much, I refer these as cousins. They share the same specs and kind of in the same order in their respective lineups. Although this one obviously costs more. I mean, this one goes for about double the price of this one. New that is, but used you can probably get it quicker. So I just got this one. I don't intend on keeping it, even though I like it. Given what they're selling for, I'd rather take that money and apply it to something else. So these are going for around 800 or so on the resale market. So I'd rather just take the 800 bucks and apply it to another watch. Plus, I already have a green one, so I really don't need two greens. So this one's probably going to go pretty quick. But nevertheless, this is a cool watch. For those who don't know, these wear just so nicely. I mean, it's hard to believe that these two watches have kind of the same dimensions, because this one wears so much more comfortable. A lot has to do with the way the shape of the case. So if you look at the case of this one, let me see if I can get it. You see that angle? So when you wear it, even though the case protrudes all the way up to here, you're only feeling maybe about this much is what's making contact with your wrist. So you're it's wearing about 2 millimeters lighter, where if you look at this one, you don't quite have that. You have a very small little bevel here, but you're pretty much feeling the full case. So that kind of helps create that kind of feeling of a smaller watch. It's kind of similar to what Seiko does with their SKX watches. So SKX is one of my favorite divers too. I have two of them that I'm gonna keep forever, because I love how they look and feel. But the SKX kind of has the same kind of design to it, where it kind of not as aggressive, but also it helps with its comfortability. But it's also got a really short lug to lug. Probably one of the lowest of most dive watches. But I mean, if you can wear an SKX, then you can wear this one just as easily. So definitely check one of these out if you're ever looking for a diver. I mean, it is, between these two, these are probably my two most recommended divers. I mean, this one probably is a better bang for the buck because they're a little cheaper, but on the used market, you can find these, maybe not this color, but the black or the black with the blue bezel, you can find those for about the same price of what these cost new. So and I have no issue with used watches. I mean, unless you're buying it to display in a museum. I mean, watches are meant to be worn, so I don't mind buying used if it's got a couple of scuffs on it. But that's pretty much it for this video. So I'll post a few more pics, close-up pics, but just wanted to kind of show off and give you my opinion on this green dial. It really is really nice. I mean, I would love to keep it. If these weren't selling for what they're selling, I would keep this one, but I'd rather take the money at this point. There you go, a little close-up. And I mean, the Seiko, I mean, they just make such great cases. I mean, look, that's like a mirror. It's crazy. And they're so this has that dial shield coating, and that works. I mean, I've had a couple of these remasters that have been worn, and they still look really, really nice. I mean, like these, you know, I mean, you can see the wear on these pretty well. I mean, this is a virtually new watch, so it's a bad comparison, but if I had like an older Marine Master, you would still see that it still kind of holds up really nicely. Alright, that's it for this one. Thanks for sticking along, and I will catch you on the next video. See ya.
Black.